Good morning, everyone. It's Robert from On My Turntable. Hope you're having a great morning this morning. It is Wednesday morning. As always, a coffee kind of morning. Hope everyone's doing well. Thought I'd take a slight break in my review of the amazing Queen. I've got News of the World coming up and continuing on from there. And I'll be doing that on the weekend. But I thought I'd show you some recent CD and vinyl finds. Not a lot, but some cool stuff. And I started off right away with one of my favorite artists. I had a chance to see him a few months before, unfortunately, his tragic accident. But it's Stevie Ray Vaughan, and The Sky is Crying. Now, the reason I'm showing you this one, because I recently picked up this box set of his original four studio albums, a bunch of live stuff in this one as well, but I was missing the fifth and the final one. So it's this one here. Now this one came out after his death, 1991, put together by his brother Jimmy Vaughan, and he, of course, Jimmy's famous for being with the Fabulous Thunderbirds, as well as I've also got to get sold. Family something value with him and Stevie, Jimmy and Stevie. They put an album together too. That's on my list to get. But this is unreleased tracks between 1984 and 1989, and again released 14 months after Stevie's passing. I had a chance to see Stevie. I saw him with Jeff Beck and Jeff Healey in Toronto a while back now, but an amazing concert, one I'll never forget, and fantastic stuff. So, great album. I just wish they've chosen better pictures for the album, but I can't control that, obviously. But you got Boot Hill, the title track, The Sky is Crying, Empty Arms, Little Wing, Wham, May I Have a Talk with You, Close to You, Chitlins Con Carne, So Excited, and Life by the Drop. So it's kind of cool to complete the discography as far as studio albums. Still maybe missing a couple of live albums out there, maybe some bootlegs, but if I find them in a while, I'll definitely pick them up. But that's my Stevie Ray collection. I also have his debut on vinyl as well, and amazing artist. Tragic loss, one of the best as far as his style of music. Amazing stuff. Also happy to find this one. I think Jamie Cottle had shown a box set of this one. I chose the CD version. This is Radio Days Volume 1 of Manfred Mann, the Paul Jones era, live at the BBC between 1964 and 1966. It's a cool album. It's a double album. Got A-side and B-side. I'm not sure how many tracks in total. I'd say maybe 43 or 44 tracks. And it's cool, between some of the tracks, they were interviewed by Brian Preston, BBC presenter, sorry. And talking about their US tour, talking about the songs, talking about who was leading the band, whether it was Paul Jones or Manfred Mann. Just a real cool, relaxed, but the music is cool. I love the old 60s style music, and yeah, cool stuff. If it's early Manfred Mann, it's not Manfred Mann's Earth Band. It's just that straight 60s rock and roll, the early style, done so well. These guys are pretty talented back in the day. There's the track listing there. I won't, if you want to pause it, you can see all the tracks on here. But great find, great find. Enjoyable listen. I'm really happy with that one. That's it for CDs. As far as Triumph, one of my favorite bands, I found their third studio album, still in the shrink, and it was $7.98. great, great band. One of Canada's finest. Pretty big in the States as well. This has the big hit "Lay It on the Line" that put them on the map, really, I would think. You got "Moving On," "Lay It on the Line," "Young Enough to Cry," "American Girls," "Just a Game," "Fantasy Serenade," "Hold On," and "Suitcase Blues." It's on the MCA label. And of course you have the amazing Rick Emmett on guitars and vocal and synthesizer. An amazing vocalist, amazing guitarist as well. Gilmore on drums and vocals, another great drummer and vocalist. And Mike Levine on bass and keyboards. Really, that fine trio. They're pretty rocked. Eventually they would get a fourth player, another guitarist. But this is the early Triumph. And yeah, nice find to add to my Triumph collection. And I'll just keep on looking. Of course, it's Canadian, so gotta love it too. This was a cool find as well, and I've never seen this one in the wild until recently. And this is how it was originally packaged. This is Muscle of Love by Alice Cooper Band. Just in this cardboard package. This is the original roughness of the package. Pardon me. I'm missing some inner sleeves apparently on this one of the band, but still, this must be maybe a remastered. I'm not sure. Not a lot of information on here. It does have the title track, but 1973 release, so it may be an original. But yeah, you got Muscle of Love, Woman Machine, Hard-Hearted Alice, Man with a Golden Gun, Big Apple, Dreamin', Hippo, Never Been Sold Before, Working Up a Sweat, Crazy Little Child, and Teenage Lament. It says Do Not Bend. It's the 7th and final Alice Cooper Band album, released in 1973. And it's on the Warner Brothers label. Again, no inner sleeve in this one. So, but happy to find it. Great. It's just a great rock and roll album. That's one thing about the Alice Cooper Band. They just a fantastic, straight ahead rock and roll band, and I love it. I don't think he got into the dramatics until later on when he became Alice Cooper as a solo artist. But yeah, just great straight ahead rock and roll. Cool find though. Yeah, happy to have it to my Alice collection for sure. Now this next one, I'm not sure if I've shown you these before. If I have, I apologize. But another great Canadian band of mine and favorite of mine, sorry, is April Wine. And I've been slowly replacing because it becomes pricey. Slowly replacing a lot of their studio albums. They've re-released these studio albums with colored vinyl. And if I've shown you these before, I apologize, but I can't recall if I did or not. So I'm going to continue to show again. So again, great Canadian band, originally formed in 1969 in Nova Scotia, Canada, the east coast of Canada, and then they based themselves in Montreal, and of course led by lead guitarist and vocalist Miles Goodwin, amazing vocalist. Pretty successful in Canada, one of the most Canadian successful bands. Some U.S. and international success. They should have been bigger than they are or were. But just cool vinyl. This is cherry red vinyl with white swirl. This is Electric Jewels. Okay. And 1973 release, ranked number 73 in 2007 of the top Canadian albums at that time. You got the big hit Weeping Willow on here, and Lady Run, Lady Hide. But you can't really see the swirls on camera. Oh, yes, you can. There you go. A beautiful red vinyl. And they sound good as well. They sound really good. So that's Electric Jewels. Again, their third studio album. And then their seventh studio album. This is First Glance. Seventh studio album, 1978 release. First gold album outside of Canada. Rock and Roll's Vicious Game and Roller are the two big hits off of this one. Also, you got Hot on the Wheels of Love, Get Ready for Love, Rock and Roll's Vicious Game, Right Down to It, Roller, Coming Right Down on Top of Me, I'm Alive, Let Yourself Go, and Silver Dollar. These guys not only rocked it out, they also had great ballads as well. Kind of a very versatile band. This is a gatefold. But cool vinyl. There's a better picture of the band there. And this is on pink vinyl with some black swirls. You can, there you go. You can see some of it. I know I didn't, because I already had these albums. I didn't really need them, but hey, I have them. I actually gifted to a friend of mine, a co-worker who was just getting into vinyl, so I gave him my older copies of these albums, which were in decent shape. This is Harder, Faster, the eighth album, 1979 release. This one is on opaque white vinyl. These guys, you know, 3-guitar powerhouse on this one. This is I Like to Rock, Say Hello, and they also do a great cover of 21st Century Schizoid Man by King Crimson. And the inner sleeve. They've done a really nice job of these remasters as well. That's cool. You can't really see the swirls in there, but nice white vinyl in this one. And one more to show you. Probably their most commercially successful album, and I'd say one of my favorites. I like all their albums. This is the Nature of the Beast. I found the original one. It was more of a red, brighter red. So they kind of changed up the style of the. There's Miles in the middle with a Montreal Canadiens shirt on. The Nature of the Beast, 1981, their 9th studio album. Again, one of their most commercially successful albums. You got like 4 or 5 singles off this one. All Over Town, Sign of the Gypsy Queen, Just Between You and Me, a wonderful, wonderful ballad, and Crash and Burn. You also have All Over Town, Wanna Rock, Caught Between the Crossfire, Future Tense, Big City Girls, Crash and Burn, Bad Boys, One More Time. Again, most of these are on the Aquarius label. And nice inner sleeve. And nice orange. You can't really tell on this one, but it's got some nice swirls in it as well. So I plan on picking up a couple of more. This one might have the original. This one might. Yeah, that's what the original cover looked like. Okay, again, brighter red, and there's the back cover with that Montreal Canadiens jersey on there. Miles Goodwin in the middle. But yeah, great band, April Wine. If you don't know these guys, check them out for sure. And one of my favorite Canadian bands. Bands all over, as far as band. I'd say top 15 bands in my favor for sure. There you have it, guys. Have yourself a great rest of the day. Love you all. We'll talk to you again soon. Bye now.